Hello, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with a weekly check-in reading for the sign of Cancer. This is going to be for the week of June 22nd. Yeah, going to be for the week of June 22nd. Also, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I forgot to mention that in Libra's reading, so don't hold it against me, guys. But yeah, I'll make sure to put like a little note or something in Libra's, under Libra's thing. But yeah, happy Father's Day. I will, what am I trying to say? Yeah, the like the rapid fire, or not, I'm gonna say rapid fire, but the quick readings for all the other signs, not including Libra, Taurus, or Cancer. That will be under the community tab, where you can find your other placements if you have those there, and it'll just be a quick tarot pull for each sign. Again, minus the Libra, Taurus, and Cancer, and that will be under the community tab. So check that out. I'm trying to do that more, especially when it's like a kind of a quick check-in type deal. Especially if I don't get around to doing the extended weekly check-ins for Libra, Taurus, and Cancer, then they will be under there. So I'll make a note this first time around and just kind of say, yeah, if you want to see an extended check-in, then come see these signs. But the rest of the signs, it will just be like a quick little check-in. Okay. All right. So without all that, or without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading for Cancer. I'm going to get my disclaimers out of the way, and then we will proceed. And I'll get some channel messages for you. All right. So if you're new to the channel, I thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning to the channel, I thank you as well. Make sure that you are subscribed. That way you know when I drop new videos, and you can stay in touch. As you're listening along, make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave a comment. You can leave, how the video resonates with you, or you can leave a cute emoji down there just to let me know that you're rocking with me. Share out the video. Share it with someone who, likes, enjoys tarot or card readings, or, they just may have these placements and want to check it out. Whatever the case, just share it out and subscribe. Okay. The decks that I'm using, that will be in the description box below as normal. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by going to the description box as well. And it'll be all up under there, so please don't get got. I will never reach out to you personally to do readings for you. I don't do that. So there's a certain way you have to go about it. You have to contact me first, and then we go from there. Okay. Noise should be kept to a minimum, but you may hear my fan in the background. But I did do a little check just to see how loud it was, and it's not that loud, so you should be able to hear me. Yeah. But I try to be mindful of those who are also kind of sound sensitive. It can get overstimulated easily. I try to make sure that I don't have any like annoying sounds in the background. So I feel like this fan is more so, kind of sounds more so like kind of like white noise. So I think that is okay. But again, hopefully it's not too loud. It didn't sound too loud when I did my little check, so should be good. Can't think of anything else. I think I got all my disclaimers and things out of the way, so let's go ahead and start getting the cards out, and I will get some channel messages for Cancer. Let's see. Right out the bat, Cancer, I'm seeing that some of you could be exhausted. Maybe you've been going on and on and on, and you need a break. I feel like that want to come out. Yeah. So you have been going on and on and on, and you need a break. Status. Yeah, just get with Libra and Taurus, I felt kind of content and kind of like upbeat. But Cancer, you all feel kind of Yeah, like you feel tired. Almost like some of you are not getting enough sleep or just rest in general. Like you don't necessarily have to go to sleep. Well, yes you do. But you know what I mean? Like it could just be like exhaustion from just doing too much. And there's a need to kind of sit down and chill out, because I'm getting a sense of like even over the coming out of the weekend, some of you may not have had a chance to really chill on the weekend. It's like you were going and going and going. And so now it's kind of like, oh, well, the week work is going to start. If you're not, you know, unless you're like someone who, like has seasonal work, you know, I hope I said seasonal and not regional when I was in Taurus's reading. If I didn't, oh well, it's fine. They know what I mean. But yeah, if you have like seasonal work, then it could be, you know, something where you're going into the work weekend. It's kind of like you didn't feel like you got enough sleep at all or rest in general. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing the words feed me. So kind of like Taurus, you all may be feeling like you, well, I feel like this is more so on you all's end. You could be wanting to be hospitable, maybe wanting to plan something, seeing dinner parties. That could be something that you're kind of wanting to do. I'm seeing like a mixture of people, like family, actually, let me do this, family, friends, you know, having a get together could be something that you all doing or want to do. But yeah, I feel like this is more so you all hosting as opposed to, as opposed to you know, you all going somewhere else. This could be this thing coming to you or something that you want. I'm just saying if I have any more messages for Cancer. Hearing the word sideline, sidetrack. Maybe you're getting sidetracked by something, or maybe you need to shift your focus, get back centered, or get back on point. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing the words pay attention. So yeah, it could be something that you need to get back, put your attention back on, get more focused, or get focused rather. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get into the cards here and see what we got going on. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I can see it right now. Okay. Okay. So at the start of the week, you have first of all, let me get your numbers and who you could be dealing with. So, Cancers, you have 9 of spring, 9 of summer, and number 15. So that's 9, or you have 9 twice actually. So 9 of spring, 9 of summer, and the number 15. So 9, 9, 15. So those numbers can be significant for you. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Sagittarius, Libra, or a combination of all 3 of those in one person. They could have those placements, or, you know, dealing with people individually. Okay, so At the start of the week, Cancers, you have 9 of spring, and this says protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Okay, that's the card right there. Okay, so I'm more so focused on protect the fruits of your labor. Um, I don't really get the sense of something being like a possible challenge coming ahead. I don't really get the sense of that, even though with nines, this is all about like kind of like wrapping things up. You know, kind of like endings, fulfillment stuff, things of that nature. Um, but it's also like enlightenment, things coming to fruition. So, even though something may be ending, something could be preparing to begin. You know what I'm saying? Even though the next number the in line is number 10, and that is about completion, renewal, cycle. So it makes me kind of go into or think about the next step, or the next, what's coming next. Or what lies ahead. Not necessarily possible challenges, um, but more so just what lies ahead. Um, Especially so you have, prepare for challenges ahead that lie ahead, but I'm not really focused on the possible challenges, because I don't really get the sense of that. But with this card, you have prosperity lies ahead, and this is new moon in Taurus. So yeah, so I'm more so focused on that. I think that's more along the lines of that. But if there is some kind of challenge around um, finances, I would just say, just kind of heed the warning to, just kind of be cautious of, what's going on, with that. Um, you know, um, yeah, because it does says protect the uh, fruits of your labor. So yeah, there could be a situation where you need to just kind of be mindful of, maybe it's a thing of how much you're spending. Maybe it's a thing of, making sure you're paying bills on time, so you don't get, caught off guard. Oh, I forgot to pay that, or oh, I didn't know that was coming out of my account. It could be one of those things. Maybe you need to set it up on your calendar so that you are prepared, and the next time that something is going to auto pay or something like that. Or maybe you need to check auto pays. Maybe you need to check your subscriptions and things of that nature. I need to do that myself. No, I need to check the subscriptions that I got, because you'll get subscriptions for things here and there, and then you're like, oh, I totally forgot that, I had this free trial, or I totally forgot that, this is coming out on this day, and you may kind of need to, kind of move some stuff around and prepare. Okay, so that's more so what I'm getting. I don't get that like this is, if it is a challenge of some sort, I don't get it's like a dire challenge. It's more so like, okay, just kind of pay attention, basically. And I think that came through in your channeled messages, is to pay attention to stuff, because you could be kind of letting things kind of slide or kind of fall between seams, whatever the case. And there's a need to kind of pay attention and be more steadfast on the things that are going on around you. Okay, so midweek you have 9 of summer, and this is wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So by midweek, if there was some kind of mini challenge or something that kind of took you aback, by midweek it seems to the issue or whatever that was kind of seems to cool down, or get smooth or whatever, because especially with you having luck on your side, or luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, things, I feel like there's nothing really to worry about. I just think it's more so like a warning to just be careful, to just be mindful of certain things. But wishes are coming true, dreams are being fulfilled. Um, you know, this could be, by midweek, it could be like, it could feel magical, whatever it is that's happening for you. Now, the end, you have, excuse me, you have the card Ego. And I know midweek was kind of short and sweet, but yeah, but by the end of the week here, you have Ego, and this is the illusion of feeling trapped or being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, and getting caught up in fear and worry. So I don't know if maybe something else comes up and you're like, oh crap, I thought this is done, I thought I was done with this, or I thought, you know, the situation was fixed. So it could be a situation like that, especially with it being, we're in Mercury retrograde. So, communication is kind of wonky. So, there is a possibility to kind of get wires crossed, or, you may think you've taken care of something, but in reality, there's a need to go back and reassess, reassess, revise, all those words. I always say that or talk about that whenever we're in Mercury retrograde. Sometimes, you can move too fast with a certain thing, or you'll think something is taken care of, and then you're like, oh, no, it's not. And so, it's not the end of the world. So I think that could be maybe where illusion may come in. On one hand, thinking that everything is taken care of, everything is good. But on the other hand, you're kind of like, oh, wait, yeah, I might need to go revisit that. I may need to go back and look at that contract that I just signed, or, or look it over before I sign it, rather. That's more so ideal. But sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you have to sign things, or, go with the flow and keep going. But if, whatever the case may be, you take it as it resonates, and place it how it fits for you. But if this is a case of, signing something or doing something, and you're kind of like, oops, I made a mistake. Because even at my work, like, there was a woman who, she was trying to, like, get something done, and she went to the bank and signed something before it could get notarized, right? And so it's like little things like that, like, signing documents and not not following the proper procedure or process to get it done, and having to kind of go back and look and check things out. Now, there is down there like a kind of focusing or placing too much importance on material items. If you need to, kind of going back to this, protect the fruits of your labors, if you do need to kind of focus on your finances and see what it is, where your money is going, there's a good idea to not be so, more so focused on, what am I trying to say, what you can get, what you can buy, and kind of turn your attention more so to, okay, what can I invest in? What can I save? Stuff like that. That could be what you may need to kind of go back and look, reassess, look at. Yeah, and also like getting caught up in, fear or worry and strife, and thinking that this is given. I'll tell you what this card is given. It's given like 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, energy, and like maybe like a scarcity type mindset, especially with the full moon and Libra card coming out. This is all about balance. So a win-win outcome is forecast. So this kind of, it goes right back to wishes come true, the 9 of Summer card. So, and with Libra, the scales out there, things, you need to weigh your options. You need to find balance in certain things, especially if you're, make sure you're not spending more money than you have coming in. That could be a thing, is what I'm hearing. Um, yeah, just have balance, just be mindful of what it is you're doing. Um, Make sure you're not kind of just overlooking things or just letting things kind of fly by, or, you know what I mean? Because things can, when you kind of just let things go on and on and on and you don't address anything, it can lead to you being exhausted because you're having to deal with so much. But it can also kind of put you in the um, in the negative, and that's not what you want. So um, yeah, all in all, this is just basically saying to be mindful of what you're doing. Your wishes can come true, your dreams can be fulfilled, um, and things can feel magical, but you also have to be practical as well. So, okay, just be kind of mindful of that, and especially with Taurus coming out. Um, Taurus is very practical, very grounded, very down to earth. So try to embody, even though you're a water sign, Cancer, maybe try to take on some of those traits of the Taurus, and as well as Libra, and kind of find that balance, that groundedness, because Libras can kind of be grounded as well. Um, Taurus is, again, practical, very cautious in the way of, how they're spending their money and doing, they gonna spend their money. Don't get me wrong. They like the finer things, the nice things in life, as well as Libra, being ruled by Venus. But at the same time, you have to find that balance that you're seeking. Also, with Sagittarius, I feel like that's more so of the kind of whimsical, kind of having fun type deal, um, you know, and getting out and having fun, and thinking about your wishes come true. But also with this luck, the Sagittarius thing, or the symbol, the archer, it makes me think of like a focus intent or focus target. So, you know, um, that also could be a thing where, you kind of need to know where your focus is, and not let things fall by the wayside. You know, focus on your intended target, your intentions, and make sure that they're balanced and that they're practical. I don't think there's anything wrong with a little delusion, a little, happiness and have funness, and, indulging a little bit, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, again, try to find that balance. All right. So your affirmation for the end of or for the week is, I am always evolving. I am always evolving, and yes, it's backwards. Don't come for me. But yeah, so overall, just be mindful of what you're doing. Find that balance. You're not trapped. You're not deprived. Just, in the sense of you can't do anything as far as like spending money or doing whatever. You have enough. You don't have to have a scarcity mindset, but it's also good to be mindful of, how you're spending, what you're spending on, and if it's worth it to spend it on it. Um, do you want that instant gratification? Sometimes that's good, but in the long run and over time, it's really not. So just think of it that way. Okay? So that was your reading, Cancer. I hope that it resonated. Make sure you give the video a like. Make sure you leave a comment. It can be, how the video resonated, or you can just leave an emoji. Share the video out to other Cancers or anyone who has these placements, or just simply whoever likes tarot and oracle card readings. Subscribe to the channel. I know I'll be kind of inconsistent sometimes lately, but that's gonna improve. That's gonna get better. But that way you can stay in touch and know when I drop new videos, because new videos are coming. The quick readings for the other signs will be under the community tab. I will put them there, I promise. And yeah, that was it. Hopefully you all have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.